A Ugandan judge celebrated for defending human rights was just convicted of modern slavery in the UK. But how does a judge, a champion of human rights, become an abuser? Let's discuss. Hi there, my name is Janita Maaya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For more episodes like this, please make sure you subscribe, like, do all the nice things, hit the bell for notifications, and yeah, let's dive in. So I'm sure many of you have seen the story about our lovely judge, the lady Lydia Mugabe. She was loved in this country, by the way, because she was such a huge defender of human rights. And we all know that once someone defends human rights in this country, that is our person, and you know, that is someone that we support. Now, I've seen the story in the news and the media, but the one thing I'm not seeing is what Ugandans are saying about it, or how Ugandans are reacting about it. And since I'm on the ground, I said I need to tell the people what Ugandans are thinking of this, because you can have the UK passing its conviction and saying ABCD, but what are the people who are Ugandans saying about this particular lady? Now, to give you guys a backstory, the UN judge Lydia Mugabe had gone to the UK to pursue a PhD at Oxford University, at the University of Oxford. And she managed to facilitate someone's travel to the UK, you know, or that letting me know here, she deceived a young woman into traveling to the UK under the pretense of legit employment. But when she got there, she started doing unpaid domestic labor and childcare. Her passport was taken away and her freedom was limited. Now, obviously, hearing that, you're thinking like, oh, this is so horrible. It's so horrible. But you would be so surprised at how many Ugandans were with the side of this judge. Like, they're saying, no, that it's not a big deal. Do you know why they're saying it's not a big deal? It's because there's so many Ugandans who look at this as a norm. I mean, we have girls going to the UAE to do domestic labor. Their passports are taken away. And we treat it so casually, like it's a normal thing. Like, you should take away someone's right to maybe escape if they want to, or leave if they want to. You should take away their freedom, like their life is in your hands. That is a normal thing that Ugandans experience. Like, it's so normal to us. So when they dropped this story, not every Ugandan was saying this was modern day slavery. No, they were not. So I'm going to read some comments and then we'll react to each comment. Before I get into the reactions from some Ugandans, I want you guys to watch the clip, sort of summarizing what today's topic is about.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to now arrest you on suspicion of keeping somebody in slavery and servitude.
The moment a stunned UN judge used to enforcing the law in Uganda, arrested for breaching it in the UK.
I am a judge in my country. I even have immunity. I am not a criminal.
You've got immunity in this country?
Yes. I have a diplomatic passport.
You're a diplomat?
Yes.
So we'll need to see that then.
Yes.
And then we'll need to speak to the embassy if you are a diplomat.
I came here as a student. I don't need her to work for me. I didn't come with her. She asked me, because she has worked at my home before. She asked me.
And this, the young Ugandan woman who was enslaved by her, brought to the UK to be an unpaid maid and childminder while Mugabe studied for a law PhD. Speaking to me about the abuse and manipulation she faced, she has lifelong anonymity. She's asked to be called Rona.
The first job which she had promised me when I had came, it wasn't there. She never paid me. She stopped me from working because she said it wasn't balanced with the times for the children. I couldn't speak to her because I feared her. I looked to her with high regard, so it made me feel stuck and I couldn't get help.
Rona was terrified of Mugabe and what might happen, feeling like a prisoner in a country where she knew no one. The High Court judge in Uganda took her passports, consistently threatened her if she told anyone what was going on, and that she should be grateful.
For a woman that is so respected, for her to do this sort of thing to you, was that a surprise? Did you expect that?
She took advantage of me. She threatened they could tell the ambassador to return me, or to bring another person, or to even cancel my passport. Things were not working for me. Even when I worked, I was not paid, so I had no hope. She was just despising me. She made me out that because she had brought me here, it was great help for me.
Rona's story is not uncommon. In 2024, the Home Office said more than 19,000 potential victims of modern slavery were referred to them by police in the UK. In the Thames Valley, there were 491 referrals in 2024, up almost half from 2020. But experts say the true number of victims may be even higher. This boss of a modern slavery victim support charity in Oxfordshire says more people than ever before are coming to them for help.
The Global Slavery Index in, I think it was 2022, estimated that 14% of the UK population are vulnerable to modern slavery. And that's due to vulnerabilities that come from being in debt, of losing your home, of a relational breakdown, loneliness, job losses. And so, that could be any of us.
Away from Oxford, Rona's trying to move on with her life, but the experiences at the hands of Mugambe are etched into her memory.
I've not got friends, yet because she had threatened me at the time when I needed it. So I fear also introducing myself completely, and there was nobody to talk to. And I just wanted to be alone. I didn't want to talk to anybody. It's improving because the police and the law help me and promise me that I'll be supported and that they will keep me safe.
Justice served to a powerful woman who exploited a vulnerable person with the promise of a better life. Rona hopes by speaking up, she can help others find their voice and try to get out of a cycle of abuse.
You guys have watched that clip, and I think it sort of broke down everything that that happened. So I think you're getting on with the story, and when you see that story, when you hear what she had to say, because I don't think I've seen the girl. Obviously, they're hiding her identity, but when you hear what she has to say, there were so many people on Twitter, so many Ugandans on Twitter. It's called the UOT. There were so many people saying, "Oh no, like she doesn't have to be saying all that. She's setting up the judge." They helped her go to the UK, so this is not a big deal. She should be grateful she's in the UK. So the first tweet that caught my attention was from Amukalalu, and this is what she tweeted. She said, "Her story has taught us Ugandans a good lesson. Help someone at your own cost. The amount she was receiving is a good salary for a maid here in Uganda. Very few maids make that amount of money. Plus, she's being housed for free and fed. All her needs are being taken care of." Let's pause right there. We all heard what the lady explained, and when you hear about it, you're like, okay, this was very unfair. She wasn't treated fairly. But I'm telling you guys that Ugandans didn't see an issue with that. They didn't see an issue with her passport being taken away, her freedom being taken away, how she had no friends, how she was underpaid. And this tweet right here is a perfect example of where people's mind are. Oh, no Zungu. Of where people's mind is at, Because she's saying, oh, you know what? If you're able to go to the UK for free, you're getting free housing, and the money you're earning is higher than the amount a maid will earn here, then you should be grateful for the bare minimum. And that is the mentality that most people have here, because it's just like, oh, you know what? We should be grateful for what they're doing for us. They're doing A, B, C, D, but just like, okay, they're doing A, B, C, D, but is it fair? Is it ethical or is it unethical? There's this whole humbleness that's in the air, this whole performative humility of, oh, I need to be humble. Oh, I'm so grateful for every little crumb that's spread my way. Like, God forbid you want more for yourself. God forbid you want to be treated fairly. That is the, like, it aches my spirit when I hear such things, because it's just like, you are willing to accept nothing just to say you have something, yet you have nothing. Like, oh, she's being housed for free and fed. That to a Ugandan, not to a Ugandan. Of course, I'm saying some. Let's utilize common sense. That to some Ugandans, is enough. You're giving someone shelter and food. Oh, automatically they should be grateful. And it's people like this who give you an insight on how they're treating their maids. This is how they're treating their maids, because in their mind they're like, oh, if I bring you, you look after my child, you do all the house chores, but if I feed you and give you a house where to stay, then that should be okay, which is honestly not. And we go ahead and see another tweet. So we go ahead and see another tweet from Slibia4. It says, "It happened to me. A fellow Kenyan brought me to Europe and paid me as a Kenyan maid. It was hard to survive, but I left after 2 years. I didn't sue her because she helped me come to Europe." Now, this lady, you'd think should you'd think she would be on the side of Rona, the victim. Let's call her Rona, like they've called her. You think she'd be on the victim's side, but she's telling you like, no, you bringing me abroad is enough for me. Like, you bringing me to Europe is enough for me to be so grateful. You taking me out of the country and facilitating my visa, I should be so grateful because you've given me an opportunity. Well, when you think about it, sometimes, like, if someone has given you an opportunity to go abroad and do ABCD, then obviously you need to utilize the opportunity and do something for yourself and be great. Okay, do something and help out wherever it is that you can. But this lady didn't even sue her. She says, "I didn't sue her because she helped me come to Europe." Bare minimum. The echoing thing, the theme that's echoing time and time again is the bare minimum that people are willing to accept just because someone has done ABCD. So just because they brought you to Europe, but you suffered for 2 years, it's okay. Like, do we see what's wrong here? Do we actually see what's wrong here? When we go on to the next one, Janice Afro says, "She may be guilty of underpaying, but not slavery." They said modern day slavery. They didn't mean like actual traditional slavery. They said modern day slavery, They simply wanted to take her down. The victim was certainly aware of the terms beforehand. It's when the victim was giving her little interview, she said that she was deceived. They told her she was coming to do a proper job and she ended up being a housemaid who was underpaid with no freedom. So that does define modern day slavery when you think about it. But as a people, we don't think like that. We think, oh, they underpaid her. Oh, it's okay, they'll pay her. Like, like just take whatever is given to you. It's fine. Be humble. Keep your head down. Like, just take it. And it's just like, where's the connection? Where's the connection? She is a victim. They took her freedom away. And this is the thing that we need to get out of our heads. We need to let go of that type of thinking. Like, you can't keep thinking like that in this modern day and age. Stop accepting breadcrumbs. Stop accepting the bare minimum. You need to get better, and you shall get better if you just stopped accepting bare minimum. The last tweet goes out like, Joe King said, "She is innocent. These people agreed to come and work as domestic workers, but the moment they step inside England, they turn tables and want to go work elsewhere after they've been sponsored." Now, this can also be true, that there are people who can say, okay, if someone says, "I'm looking for a maid, I'll pay for your visa," they get the visa and then they see it as a ticket to go to Europe and then fend for themselves and try, this statement is true in itself. Like, sometimes we know that happens, but just because we know that happens doesn't mean how she was being treated was fair. It was truly unfair. That doesn't take away from her experience as a victim. So we need to stop gaslighting victims into accepting their circumstances. Like, oh, you need to be grateful and ABCD. Anyway, guys, that's it from me today. Let me know what you think about this particular topic. For more episodes like this, please do subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, check out my website, johnitamaaya.com. Book a consultation if you're looking to relocate so that you're not a victim. Buy the ebook. It's just $15. Yeah. All that knowledge at that price must be nice for you guys. Anyway, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.